I think that's one of the reasons why I love sports so much. I mean, we're in the midst of the NCAA basketball tournament, right? And we know what the point is. Win the game, right? Win the championship. You get a trophy. That's why I think youth sports and youth basketball has been frustrating for me, because I've been a part of a couple of different youth basketball organizations here over the last couple of years, and they both took two different tacks. One youth basketball organization, they didn't even keep score, okay, which I know I'm going to get on a soapbox here, but I don't care, okay? They don't keep score, number one, and then at the end, there's no prize. Because you don't keep score, there's no winner, you have no prize, there's no trophies or anything like that. But then there would be coaches who could just have a lot of, they've got extra money, and they'd buy their team trophies at the end of the season, so it just mattered, which coach was more generous that got trophies, right? And I'm like, that's not really right. But then on the flip side, I've been a part of another youth basketball organization where everybody got a trophy. And I'm not a big fan of this either. I mean, I coached my son's team this year. I had I have three sons, but one of them was on one team that I did not coach, and I coached another one that I coached theirs. Both of them just won one game, okay? Right? Both of them just won one game. They actually kept score, all right? So they won one game, and at the end of the season, we're supposed to have this big celebration, right? And guess what? Everybody gets a trophy. I don't like this at all. So my youngest son, he's like, we're going to the celebration thing, and he's like, am I going to get a trophy? And I'm in the car, and I'm explaining this. Yes, you're going to get a trophy, but you don't deserve it. Your team stunk. You only won one game. I'm serious. I mean, it's not a joke. I'm just like, listen, you normally only get a trophy if you get first place or second place. You didn't do either. You were terrible, but you don't deserve this, but we're going anyway. Let's go, It's like, so I'm up there, and I'm handing out the trophy to my team that also just won one game with a big smile on my face. I'm like, this really sucks. You guys weren't very good. I mean, but I did it. It was crazy to me. And it's also frustrating to me, maybe it is for you, when you feel like people miss the point, when they're going through doing something like at work. Like maybe, you supervise somebody, or maybe you just work with somebody, and they're doing everything in their, power to do what they're not supposed to do, right? Like they don't do it's in their job description. They're doing everything else, but they totally miss the point of their job. Well, here, I found some other funny examples of people who have completely missed the point. So take a look at this first picture. You've got 24-hour mouthwash that you're supposed to use 2 times a day. 24-hour protection. Please use twice daily. All right? How about this one? They missed the point of this. Breaking news! Titanic sunk 102 years ago. That's not exactly breaking news. I missed the point of what breaking news is. Here we go. Here's the next one. Reasons he's not texting you. Well, maybe it's because you're using a phone from 1976. Here's a good one. Veggie burgers that contain real beef. I love it in the red circle there. How are they vegetarian? We don't know. They just are. Don't ask questions about that. And here's one that's really kind of sad, right? Here's the headline. Church closes food bank because it attracts poor people. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Who else do they think is going to come? Now, unfortunately, the stakes can get pretty high when people miss the point. It's not just these funny little things. I mean, I've seen it happen. Men walk into this church. I've seen it several times now that I can almost pick out the look, where they've been married for, 20-some years, but they've lost their marriage because they were so focused on their job and other things, and they've missed the point of their life, and you can see it in their face and in their whole body. I've seen moms who thought it was their job to raise compliant kids, and then they leave the nest and they rebel against them, and they rebel against the Lord, and they've missed the point of their parenting. See, we can spend a lot of time, we can spend a lot of energy climbing the ladder, so to speak, but we've got that ladder leaning against the wrong building. I mean, we really have to think about this when it comes to our life, folks. because you don't want to get to the end of your life and have missed the point. Stephen Covey, he wrote a very famous book called The 7 Habits for Highly Effective People. He wrote this quote: "If the ladder is not leaning against the right wall, every step we take just gets us to the wrong place faster."